I think I fixed it. Third time's a charm, right, gang? Third time's a charm, huh? My hair looks fucked, gang. It ain't that bad. It ain't that bad. Maybe I'm my own worst critic. Best gun in Arc Raiders? The Anvil. Was thinking you got? Nah, I just had to fix the frame rate. I'm pretty sure I just fixed it. I left the computer on while I was gone. That's probably not a good idea. You should always shut down your PC, right? Always shut down your PC. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hairpin? Who the fuck is using a hairpin? You out of your fucking mind? Nah, it's hairpin. It's Anvil Berletta all day. All day. Anyway. Lady on Instagram fact checked. You seen it? That's not a lady. That's Brenna Perez. And yeah, dude, her and I are friends. We've talked before. Yeah, and I mean, listen, we play two different roles. She plays the role of reminding people of their rights, and I play the role of getting them to fight for them. You know, ain't got no beef. What's wrong with hairpins? They're dog shit. They're fucking dog shit. Oh God, what the fuck, dude? What is this shit? All right, sorry. My fucking computer gives me a pop-up, and I had to click on it. Il Toro is elite. Toro 4.0, it's incredible. So anyway, listen, let's get to work, huh? Luigi's okay. She just has to take a shit. Computer's having a fucking day. We got Trump bombed the shit out of Venezuela. Trump and Netanyahu are making Israel great again. If you saw last night's live stream, Trump is being played like a fucking fiddle around Ukraine and Russia. Like literally played like a fiddle. Thank you for the $5, Devil Alex. And then we got some Epstein Files updates. And yes, this is grassroots funded media. I've never had a conversation with an advertiser, a sponsor, a billionaire, a government, any of that jazz. Which means that, you know, you guys fund the channel, whether that be through a donation, like Devil Alex's $5 donation there, whether it be through buying merch, like the Duty Calls merchandise, the Democratic Socialist merchandise, all that other shit, whether that be through clicking the join button and becoming a member so that you can access, like, the Luigi emotes and a couple other videos. And what else? You could also... patrons! You could become a patron on Patreon. Thank you very much to the patrons. You could donate $1, $2, $5, $8, whatever the fuck you want on Patreon, which is pretty cool, especially because Patreon doesn't take as much of a cut as YouTube does. But, yeah, so, anyway, shall we? Are we summoning Moloch today, King? We're always summoning Moloch. So, if you're new here, if you don't know how this works, we're gonna run through some of the news live, and then we're gonna pick the best things to compile into one video, okay? That's what we do here. The Valenti VOD is what I think is the juiciest story of the day. And here on the Valenti broadcast, we just kind of, you know, go through it. Thank you for the $10 donation. Anyway, let's see. We're going to start with Venezuela. We're going to start with Venezuela here. Let me get a couple of links queued up. Shout out to Malenti for these links. Can we get some W Malenti in the chat? Some W Malenti in the chat. Malenti going brazy. We'll make a socialist out of him yet. We will make a socialist out of Malenti yet. You're spelling Malenti wrong. It's M-U-H. Lenti. Lenti. All right? Lenti. Moloch Lenti. All praise Moloch Lenti. All right. Don't tell me what to do. I'm not your real dad. Could be. Anyway. What do we got? All right, so we got some drop site news. Drop site has been on it, boss, when it comes to the Gaza genocide. Like, they're one of the few news outlets who's covering the shit out of that. Anyway, new. The CIA carried out covert drone strikes earlier in December 2025 on a remote port facility along Venezuela's coast. The first known U.S. attack on a target inside the country, according to CNN. U.S. officials claim the dock was used by the Tren de Aragua gang to store and load narcotics for export. U.S. Special Operations Forces reportedly provided intelligence support. President Donald Trump confirmed Monday that the U.S. had hit, quote, a major explosion in the dock area where they load up boats with drugs, describing it as the implementation area and adding that it's no longer around. Pressed on who conducted the operation, Trump said, I know exactly who it was, but I don't want to say who it was, while adding it was along the shore. No casualties have been reported, but the strike risks sharply escalating tensions with President Nicolas Maduro and escalates the U.S. pressure campaign that has already included repeated boat strikes and oil tanker blockades, part of a broader effort to force regime change in Venezuela. So, we're going to war? Is that what you're telling me, Chief? Are you, hold on. Wait a minute. Are you telling me that in Avatar, with the blue people, not the blue arrow, in Avatar, when the big bad chief, the American guy, was like, now Venezuela, that was some thick jungle. And then the other guy is like, what about Nigeria? That was pretty brutal. Like, are you telling me that you're just like taking notes from Avatar? Is that what you fucking telling me right now? Also, real quick, side note. Avatar, blue people, Avatar, blue arrow. Avatar, about, like, the first movie was about wind, you know, air, and the second movie was about water, and the third movie was about fire. Avatar, blue arrow, earth, wind, and fire. Like, hey, guys, I could guess where the fourth Avatar movie is going to take place. Underground. They're living along the earth. Ugh. It's the same fucking thing. Anyway, away from that. And let's listen to this. What do we got here? What do we got, Doland?
And we just talked out, I don't know if you read or you saw, they have a big plant or a big facility where they send where the ships come from. 2 nights ago, we knocked that out. So we hit them very hard.
So this is the CIA. This is the CIA, right? All right, what do we got here? President Trump reveals that the U.S. military has carried out a massive strike on drug boats being loaded at a port in Venezuela. There was a massive explosion in the dock area where they load up the boats with drugs. So we hit all the boats, and now we hit the area, the implementation area. That's where they're implemented. That is no longer around.
Can you say anything more about the explosion in Venezuela that you mentioned in a radio interview? Did the military do that? Can you share more details about that?
Well, it doesn't matter, but there was a major explosion. And
all right, hold on. He goes, that doesn't matter. He says, that doesn't, he's asked if the military did that, and he says, that doesn't matter. I think the CIA did this shit, right? Right? The CIA did this shit? HundoP.net? Because we already know that CIA agents were captured in fucking Venezuela. This is 100% the fucking CIA. Because don't forget, the CIA waged a fucking secret war in Laos and Cambodia during the Vietnam War. This is real, bro. The CIA, you know, like in Black Ops 1 when you get an 8 kill streak and you could call in Rolling Thunder and it was bombs that came out like... The CIA took B-52 bombers, or B-2 bombers, whatever the fuck they were, and painted them white with fake windows. They made them look like passenger aircraft. They put like American Airlines. No, they didn't put American, but they put like some crazy and they just bombed motherfuckers with that. Pete X Seth with the $2 donation. No, we didn't. Yo, Pete. I know you didn't do this. Pete, I know you didn't do this. The CIA did this, didn't they? Like, because you have to make a choice right now, Pete. Are you going to admit that you bombed Venezuela? Or are you going to say, it wasn't me? Because that means the fucking CIA did it. Be so fucking for real, Pete Hegseth. Come on, Pete Hegseth. Be so fucking for real, Pete Hegseth. I know damn well you're too drunk to bomb that shit yourself. You're too drunk to give the fucking order, bro. You got a fucking martini in one hand and a fucking copy of Mein Kampf in the other, you sick weirdo. Unbelievable. All right. Let's listen. He said it wasn't me. He said it wasn't me. I ain't pre-recording yet. No, I ain't pre-recording yet. I want to get a look at your links first.
Sorry, can you say anything more about the explosion in Venezuela that you mentioned in the radio interview? Did the military do?
No, you know what? Maybe we should just start fucking recording. Should we just start recording? Fuck it. Let's just start recording, yeah? Let's just start recording as we load up our links. The links are, half of them are loaded. Or we're going to start with Venezuela. We're going to start with Veni. All right, here we go. Trump bombed Venezuela. I guess it was the CIA because he's asked. He's like, "Yo, did the military bomb Venezuela?" And he goes, "I don't want to tell you." He goes, "I don't want to tell you." So I think the CIA fucking bombed Venezuela, and I don't mean like a boat. No, they bombed like the land. They bombed like mainland Venezuela. So. We're going to war. Dude, and what's crazy is I know some of you fucking dorks went out and saw Avatar the other night. In Avatar, the fucking veterans, like the bad guy is like, "Now Venezuela, that was some thick shit." And the other guy's like, "How about Nigeria? That was brutal." They're talking about the resource war. Because in Avatar, where the fuck are the humans on that goddamn planet? They're looking for resources because we depleted the resources. Like, dude, I'm starting to think that Avatar may verbatim be for real, like the shits. It's actually the future and the Na'vi are real. That's a weird side tangent. I got more news for you. Trump and Netanyahu are making Israel great again. Yeah! He got the Israel Prize. That's a real thing. And he's the first non-Israeli to ever get the prize. Huh? I thought we were making America great again, dude. Are we just making Israel great again? Because what the fuck are you thinking? And also, he just straight up says, he's like, "We'll bomb Iran again if Bibi needs it. Also, I think this guy needs a pardon. Hey, can we get this guy a pardon?" Because he knows, like Bibi Netanyahu is an absolute fucking war criminal. Actually, I don't even think Trump knows that. Like, there's no shit Trump knows. I don't think Trump actually knows what the fuck is going on in Gaza. No shot. What else? Trump is being played like a fucking fiddle by Vladimir Putin when it comes to Ukraine. He's like, they're like, "Sir, you said you would end the war on day one. What's the new deadline?" He goes, "I don't have a deadline now. I don't have one. I want peace." Like, he's defeated, bro. He's defeated. And then we got some Epstein file updates. Trump was Epstein's best friend, but that's not really news. We all knew that. But we got some stuff about, Ehud Barak, the former prime minister of Israel, but we already knew he was in the files too. So, all right, without further ado, shameless plug time. Hi, how are you? I'm Chris Valenti. Welcome to the Valenti VOD. This is real independent media. I've never had a conversation with an advertiser, a billionaire, or a government. So if you do want to support this channel, please feel free, because this entire channel is grassroots funded. You can click the thanks button down below to donate to me directly, or you can buy some merchandise like the posters behind me. You can also click the join button down below to become a member and get access to the great Luigi emotes. Last but not least, you could become a patron on Patreon. Donate $1, $2, $5, whatever you'd like. Big thanks to everybody who has ever donated a single dollar to this channel. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that fucking notification bell too. You son of a bitch. All right, let's do this. Starting off, we've got some updates from Dropsite News. We love Dropsite News. Make sure you follow Dropsite News. They're fucking goated.
New. The CIA carried out a covert drone strike earlier in December 2025 on a remote port facility along Venezuela's coast. The first known U.S. attack on a target inside the country, according to CNN. U.S. officials claim the dock was used by the Tren de Aragua gang to store and load narcotics for export. U.S. Special Operations Forces reportedly provided intelligence support. President Donald Trump confirmed Monday that the U.S. had hit a major explosion in the dock area where the boat slowed up with drugs, describing it as an implementation area and adding that it is no longer around. Pressed on who conducted the operation, Trump said, "I know exactly who it was, but I don't want to say who it was," while adding it was along the shore. So, real quick. Now I'm not reading. Could you... I almost said, could you imagine, but we don't need to imagine. We don't need to imagine. But could you fucking imagine going up to your president, reporter, and being like, "Hey, I saw the bomb go off. Was that the military?" And he goes, "I know who did it, but I don't want to tell you." Huh? What? What the fuck do you mean you don't want to tell me? Are you a president or are you the Fuhrer? Anyway, let's keep on reading the last of this. No casualties have been reported, but the strike risks sharply escalating tensions with President Nicolas Maduro and escalates the U.S. pressure campaign that has already included repeated boat strikes and oil tanker blockades, part of a broader effort to force regime change in Venezuela. Let's get a listen.
And we just talked out, I don't know if you read or you saw, they have a big plant or a big facility where they send where the ships come from. 2 nights ago, we knocked that out. So we hit them very hard. And
Okay, see, here's the thing. I made a short form video earlier where I was like, yo, Congress is fucking moot. They're moot. They got no power left. They can't do shit. Why is it so fucking bright? Better. Congress can't do shit anymore. They can't stop this motherfucker because they keep on like, here's the thing, guys. I don't believe that the system is broken. I believe that the system is working as intended and that there were loopholes set up and all it took was somebody who was evil enough to jump through those loopholes, and that's who Trump is. Because it's like, okay, how are you going to bomb Venezuela? That's an act of war and you need congressional approval to go to war. Okay, well, how do we do that? And Trump goes, well, not Trump. Trump doesn't come up with it. Fucking Stephen Miller. He goes, well, you do not need congressional approval to go to war with a terrorist organization. And what we could do is claim that the president of Venezuela and the entire government are actually in cahoots with a cartel called the Tren de Aragua gang. Now, what we could also do is in another completely different way, sign an executive order that renders drug cartels as terrorist organizations, despite the fact that that doesn't make sense, right? What is a cartel? At the end of the day, it's a business. They're trying to make money. They're not interested in murdering civilians and causing mass terror in order to enact political change. You know what I mean? That's what a fucking terrorist is. It's not like that. Like, I'm saying that the fucking cartel is good people, but they're not a terrorist organization. Sure, maybe you could point to acts of terror that are committed by cartel members, but that doesn't mean that cartels like, guys, there's a fucking Canadian cartel that sells maple syrup to the United States. It's called like the Quebec Maple Federation. It's a fucking cartel. So are you telling me that there's a bunch of fucking Canadian terrorists just funneling fucking sweet liquid syrup? And like, what are you talking about? Anyway, so they go, okay, cartel terrorist organization, you don't need congressional approval, now you can bomb them, you could use the CIA, Congress can't even fucking stop you, and then eventually when they retaliate, it'll actually be like they're doing the act of war, and then Congress will have no choice but to fucking say yes. Alright, let's move on, let's move on. I got more for you. Fox News alert! President Trump reveals the United States military has carried out a massive strike on drug boats being loaded at a port in Venezuela. Quote, there was a major explosion in the dock area where they load up the boats with drugs. So we hit all the boats, and now we hit the area, the implementation area. That's where they implement. And that is no longer around. Let's hear it.
Can you say anything more about the explosion in Venezuela that you mentioned in a radio interview? Did the military do that? Can you share any more details about
Well,
that?
it doesn't matter, but there was a major explosion in the dock area where they load the boats up with drugs. They load the boats up with drugs. So we hit all the boats, and now we hit the area. It's the implementation area. That's where they implement, and that is no longer around.
Is that the only strike that the U.S. has done?
I don't want to comment on that.
I don't want to Yo, it's actually really bad if Trump doesn't want to comment. Think about who we're talking about. Think about who we're talking about. It's Donald Trump. What do you mean you don't want to comment? That means that it's serious and like people's lives are at risk, and if he blabbers, they might get fucking murked. You know what I mean? That means that like this operation is ongoing and there is more shit actively happening. Because you got to be out of your fucking mind if you don't think the Venezuelan government is watching everything that he says. Every post that he makes, everything. Waiting for this stupid fuck to be like, I'd be a little bit wary to go to Caracas tonight. You know what I mean? Like, Caracas is the capital of Venezuela, right? Am I fucking stupid? It's Caracas, right? If he was like, I don't want to go to Caracas, you know what I mean? Oh, all right, fuck you. Let's move on. All right, so now we got some actual confirmation here. Like, I was fucking with you earlier when I was like, you think he's the CIA? Of course it's the fucking CIA. We know he's the CIA. It's always been the fucking CIA. The CIA conducted drone strike on port in Venezuela. The attack last week on a dock purportedly used for shipping narcotics did not kill anyone. People briefed on the operation said, but it was the first known U.S. operation inside Venezuela. The CIA conducted a drone strike on a port facility in Venezuela last week, according to people briefed on the operation, a development that suggests an aggressive new phase of the Trump regime's pressure campaign against the Maduro government. The strike was on a dock where U.S. officials believe Tren de Aragua, a Venezuelan gang, was storing narcotics and potentially preparing to move drugs onto boats, the people said. No one was on the dock at the time, and no one was killed, they said. But the strike is the first known American operation inside Venezuela. So, like, dude, I just have, like, a quick question. If there's any MAGA voters here, if there's any like Trump supporters, like, no new wars. Oh, I'm gonna end the war on day one. So the question I have is, how does my fucking shitty asshole taste, huh? Huh? I ended 8 wars. Name one. Name one. Name one fucking war that Donald Trump ended, because I can name a whole bunch that he started. I mean, he bombed Iran, he bombed Nigeria, he bombed Yemen, he bombed Somalia. He's bombing Venezuela. He bombed Venezuelan shipping boats. He threatened to invade Greenland. He threatened to annex Canada. He threatened to invade Mexico. Like, what the fuck else do you need? I guarantee you there's more, not to mention the war that he's been waging on the American people with these fucking masked ICE Gestapo Nazi white supremacist Proud Boy fucks that are just like rounding up random brown people, giving them no due process and shipping some of them off to a fucking concentration camp in El Salvador where they're being fucking raped. The fuck? Like, I don't understand how the MAGA brain can operate. I understand how you could vote for him because he fucking duped you, but now? Now? What are you doing? You plug in your ears, you're going, no. Like, how the fuck are you able to, how are you able to do this? Anyway, so we're bombing the shit out of it. Tell everybody in Mar-a-Lago, the boats are loaded up with drugs. Yeah, we just saw that. The White House and the CIA both declined to comment. Well, we're going to war. We're going to fucking war. Like, yo, if I were in the Navy right now, I'd be a little bit fucking tweaked out. If you're in the fucking Navy or even the Navy Reserves, I'd be really fucking tweaked out right now, bro, because that's who they're going to start with. They're going to start with the Navy. They're going to bring you in. You're going to be shelling those fuckers from a goddamn warship, the USS Trump. Oh, the USS Trump! Everything's computer! It's all tied to tariffs and sanctions? Yeah, He destroyed the U.S. economy. So now we have to literally go pirate mode. He destroyed the U.S. economy through all these tariffs and all these fucking sanctions. You know, he keeps on going, we got $18 trillion. No, you didn't. None of that shit is real, bro. The economy is at a worse point than it was in like 2010. Or sorry, not the economy, but like the, what is it? The fucking bankruptcies. More people are filing for bankruptcy than they have since 2010. 2010 was the fucking peak of the mortgage crisis, bro. It was a peak of the Great Recession. He destroyed the economy, and now we're going pirate mode. Meanwhile, we're gonna keep going. Meanwhile, fucking Israel is about to bomb Iran again, right? And we're probably gonna join them. They're gonna the Iranians are gonna fucking annex the Strait of Hormuz. Oil flow for the Middle East is gonna be chop shit. Fucking Chinese are ready. Surrounding Taiwan. We're just running drills until you're not. You're just running drills until the day that the drill is not a drill. Well, you know, Taiwanese are going, all right, just doing a drill. Get a bit close. Like, dude, like that, what do you... Oh, anyway, I gotta fucking move on. This video is gonna be like 6 hours long if I don't. Trump orders a blockade of sanctioned oil tankers leaving and entering Venezuela. Let's get a clip here.
Donald Trump on Tuesday ordered a full blockade of U.S.-sanctioned oil tankers entering or leaving Venezuela. The U.S. president wrote on Truth Social, quote, "For the theft of our assets and..."
No, I'll do it. For the theft of our assets and many other reasons, including terrorism, drug smuggling, and human trafficking, the Venezuelan regime has been designated a foreign terrorist organization.
Comment on the latest move and referred questions to the White House. Washington has moved thousands of troops and nearly a dozen warships.
15,000 troops, 12 warships, a nuclear-powered submarine, 2 B-52 Strato fortresses. I don't even know what the fuck else we got. That's just the shit that we're allowed to know.
To the region in recent...
Always remember that, gang. Always remember that, gang. You only get to know what they allow you to know. So if they're like, we got 15,000 troops, probably like 25, 30. They're like, we got 12 warships, probably 20. We got a nuclear-powered submarine, probably 3. You know what I'm saying? Bull fucking shit.
months. It has also carried out more than 20 strikes on alleged
This is a snuff film.
drug boats in the Pacific Ocean and Caribbean Sea.
Like, dude, I understand it's black and white, it's thermal image from a fucking drone, but like, why is this allowed? Why is this allowed? That's a fucking snuff film. Am I wrong? Those are still fucking people, bro. Jesus.
Killing at least 90 people.
A través de esta comisión,
Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro on Tuesday accused the United States of trying to seize the country's natural resources.
No war. Yes, peace. Dude, his fucking dance moves are crazy.
He has previously claimed the U.S. military buildup aims to overthrow him and seize control of oil in Venezuela, which has the world's largest reserves of crude. Trump has also said that U.S. attacks on targets inside Venezuela could start soon.
They started today, Jack. They started today, believe it or not. All right, what do we got here? Oh, Emma Vigeland. Oh, Emma Vigeland. All right.
And
calm down.
And so the consequences that you're talking about are incredibly dire. But I also just want to step back for a second and look at the justifications that they're even using. They're saying that these are narco-terrorists, et cetera. And that's the Republican line. But then Trump comes out and goes, it's for the oil. I mean, like when we did the...
Well, also don't forget, Trump's got fucking dementia, right? Trump's got dementia. So every once in a while, I don't know if you guys ever knew anybody with dementia or Alzheimer's, but every once in a while, they just drop everything. Like all the fake shit that we humans learn to coat ourselves with, they just drop it, you know? Like, that's why, like, a demented old racist, and I mean literally demented, will just, like, randomly drop the hard R, you know? And you're like, Grandpa, what the fuck? But I think that the master just comes up, he's like, I want the oil. Me and the director of the CIA had a conversation, and we said, let's get the Venezuelan oil. Anyway, I have to poop. Like, that's the point that Trump is at. He's a demented, drooling old fuck. You know, his fucking hands are blue, for fuck's sake.
Illegal invasion of Iraq and comes out and goes, it's for the oil. I mean, like when we did our illegal invasion of Iraq and killed hundreds of thousands of people there, at least the Bush administration had like the humility to pretend and go to the United Nations and say, oh, we're going to do this through...
Guys, don't forget, 9/11 was in 2001. I don't think we invaded Iraq until 2003. They spent 2 years manufacturing consent for that fucking invasion. Islamophobia, fucking lies about weapons of mass destruction, just everyone living in this heightened state of fear. The Patriot Act, they greased us up before they fucked us in the ass. But now, they're just like, hey, I'm gonna piss on your face and tell you it's pissing.
The regular channels. I mean, this brazen bully illegal administration doesn't even go through that pretense. And I think that should scare everybody, because their foreign policy is might makes right, and that's all that matters.
And that's the thing, bro. She's right. A lot of these people believe in like the law of the jungle for politics. They're like, hey, if we're strong enough to take it, then we should. And my question to them always is, okay, then if Russia is strong enough to take China, let's say China. Let's just say China's strong enough to take us, and they fucking invade us and they kill us and they take our land, were they right to do it? Because hey, if they win, then they won, and it's the law of the jungle, baby. And there was like, no, this is our fucking land. You can't have our fucking land. And I'm like, then you understand international law. You just don't give a fuck. It's rules for thee and not for me. You know, it's stupid.
I'm not scared. I don't think any American is scared about the consequences.
I care about the world.
You don't think any American is scared about the consequences of this? Play that fucking clip to the mothers of every single veteran in this goddamn nation. Play that clip to the mothers of the 15,000 Marines who were sitting on those boats. Play that clip to the mothers of the fucking airmen who have to fucking fly over Venezuela where they probably got Russian AA guns. You know, I don't want to fucking hear that shit. Who the fuck are you piece of shit?
Well, not just Americans.
No, I know, but you're also, in this instance, caring about a narco-terrorist group and government
no evidence
that supports
provided.
them. There's been no evidence showing that they're not actually drug boats.
You don't have to prove that it's not a drug boat. Okay, how about this? I think that boat is made out of cheddar cheese. Prove it wrong. The burden of proof is on you. You have to provide evidence that it is a drug boat. It is not just automatically a fucking drug boat, dude. What is the state of this logic? What is the state of right-wing logic? And why do you look like that? Why do you look like a vampire? Whose mask is this? Whose face is that? It's not yours!
No evidence provided.
There's been no evidence showing that they're not actually drug boats that are being sent
That's not
here.
how this works.
We do know,
Thank you, Emma. Oh.
as a matter of fact, that this is a country that very clearly does engage in narco-terrorism and is a hub for sending to this country.
Fucking we engage in narco-terrorism, bro. What do you think the CIA was doing in Afghanistan? They were harvesting the opium and bringing it back here and selling that shit. What do you think where do you think the crack cocaine came from? The CIA! Oh my God!
Cocaine primarily, meth, which is the second leading cause of drug overdose deaths, at least where I'm from.
Oh God, and where are you from, bro? Fucking Jupiter? Where are you from, bro? Andromeda Galaxy? Oh. All right, we got more. New from Dropsite News, War of the Entire People. Venezuela's grassroots rise to resist Trump's naval blockade. After withstanding a decade of sanctions, Venezuela's communes are prepared to face Trump's illegal naval blockade and U.S. plans for economic asphyxiation. Jesus, we were talking about this the other day where we were saying step 2, well, they've already been doing this, but one of the steps, step 2 in the 5 steps to a coup d'etat a nation, is to make their economy scream, you know, and this says economic asphyxiation. Now, make their economy scream was an old Henry Kissinger thing. I think it was about Salvador Allende in Chile, because they just like straight up elected a socialist. And CIA can't have that. If you're ever wondering why socialism always fails, it's because the CIA always gets involved and coup d'etats their fucking nation. Because God forbid a socialist nation actually succeeds and proves to the American people in the Western world that there is in fact a better fucking way. No, no, no. Anyway, all right, we got more. We got Ro Khanna here. Ro Khanna. Congress just voted against, he forgot the S, against a war powers resolution to prevent a regime change war in Venezuela. The only truly America First politicians on the Republican side against endless wars are Thomas Massie, he's been fighting to get the fucking Epstein files released. Marjorie Taylor Greene, hell hath frozen over, comrades, for Marjorie Taylor Greene is saving the day. Could you fucking imagine? You're in the Battle of Helm's Deep, and you're surrounded by orcs, and you look up to the east, and it's Marjorie Taylor Greene, and she's like, I'm coming to get you with the Jewish space lasers. Like, oh, Jesus Christ. And Representative Don Bacon. Don Bacon is the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life. Great guy, I'm sure. Maybe, I don't know, but your name is Don Bacon. You're never going to be the president. Ever, dude. Don Bacon, get the fuck out of here. All right. So the war resolution, the war powers resolution didn't pass, and that would have given Congress the power to stop Trump's invasion of Venezuela. I did what I could to help with that. I was sharing links on like, hey, call your representative, tell them to fucking vote yes on the War Resolutions Act. But, you know, this is why I always say, bro, I think Congress is moot. I think there's no power in Congress. I think that Congress is completely bought and paid for. You know, I don't know what to tell you. I think that you're going to need a lot more than Congress to stop this motherfucker. Congress just walked away from its war powers after being closed for business for much of the fall. What is this? Hold on. We got Ro here. Shout out Ro Khanna. By the way, you know, Ro Khanna, friend of the show. I've had a meeting, a Zoom call with Ro Khanna. I got to ask him some questions and talk to him. He's a good guy. I trust him, man. I do trust him. He also just did an interview on Crystal Kyle and Friends. That's Kyle Kalinske and Crystal Ball. I highly recommend you check that out. It might be on his Secular Talk channel. Either way, you have to follow both Secular Talk and Crystal Kyle and Friends, okay? That's the shit I watch, so I want you to watch it too. All right, let's go. Okay. Can I watch it, please?
Action public. They owe the Congress and the American public an explanation for every redaction. That I didn't see published on the DOJ page, but the law is very clear that...
I was talking about the Epstein files. We're going to move on to the Epstein files later, but for now, we're going to keep talking about the War Resolution Act. Okay. After being closed for business for much of the fall, the House of Representatives convened in Washington last week and gave away a large share of what remains of its power and influence. 2 resolutions asserting Congress's constitutional authority to decide when the United States goes to war were defeated, largely along party line votes. That is shameful and dangerous. This is why I keep telling you guys, like, you know, this guy said Israel's building a laser defense system, so MTG was oddly prescient. I know, but bro, like, dude, laser defense systems have existed for like fucking 60 years. She called it a Jewish space laser melting Ohio, I wish. Melting Hawaii. That's what she said. I understand that if you really fucking pick and analyze, you know, you'll get to it. Read donos. Jesus Christ. Fucking Jesus Christ. Could all this nonsense tech be off big oil? Even if we do the Venezuelan oil, no one will want to buy it because it's ill-gotten gain, for fuck's sake. No, people are always going to buy oil. Anyway. So Congress is essentially giving up their power to declare war and handing it directly to the president because he's essentially the fucking Fuhrer. The votes received limited attention in part because of the news cycle, including the announcement that the Trump-appointed board had not decided to rename the Kennedy Center in his honor, or had decided, yeah, the Kennedy Center is now called the Trump Kennedy Center. The move was controversial, but it pales in comparison to Congress allowing any president unchecked authority to initiate military hostilities. Guys, I need you to understand something. You have a king now. I mean, first of all, you have a fucking Fuhrer, and he's a dictator, but I need you to understand the power he just got. The power that Donald Trump just got. I need you to really fucking listen to me for a second. Take the presidency out of this. Take the presidency out of this. Take Donald Trump can now send your military member of your family to fight and die. Donald Trump alone. I know some of you may have been confused before about like how war works and shit, but no. Congress had to declare war. Now, Donald Trump can just send our boys to die. That's it. That's fucking horrifying. If that doesn't shake you to your fucking core, I don't think you got a heartbeat. I don't think you got a fucking heartbeat, dude. It's unfucking believable. Oh, the Constitution is explicit in assigning the authority to declare war to Congress. That allocation of power was intentional, designed to prevent unilateral executive action and to force national debate before the country enters armed conflict. The War Powers Act of 1973 reaffirmed that principle by requiring congressional authorization for sustained hostilities. The resolutions before the House were modest efforts to enforce that law. So I guess it's like GG, right? I mean, I always have hope. It's not really GG. I don't mean that. What I mean is it's GG for Congress's fucking war powers. We just don't have it no more. I know Congress hasn't declared war since World War II. I know, but I think this is like GG. This is like, yes, we've been kind of running through the motions for a while, but now it's kaput. Now it's straight up kaput. Marjorie Taylor Greene coming to save us. Just wait. Wait, when pigs fly, man. What if a pig just fucking flew by right down there? Beautiful water down there. It's a beautiful day. Anyway. All right, we got to move on. What are we at? We're at 28. We're at 28 minutes. We're going to cut this video here. If you're here live, stay. We got to keep on going. We got a lot more shit to cover, but that's all I got for you for Venezuela. If you're watching this pre-recorded, thank you very much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and definitely hit that notification bell. It doesn't really work all the time. I'm sorry to tell you. It's weird. But what we are going to do is cover some more news. We got like Ukraine, Russia. We got Israel, Gaza. We got a whole bunch of shit that we're going to keep on covering. We got Epstein news, so we're going to keep on covering it with the live folks, and maybe we'll make another video. GG later. Don't forget to click that video right over there. It's a banger, and I know bangers. All right, what was wrong with Luigi? She's just stuffed up. She's just stuffed up. She got an x-ray. He said there's nothing wrong with her. They took her temperature. She got an x-ray. They checked her out. They were like, no, there ain't nothing wrong with her, but, you know, she's definitely inflamed. So they gave me an anti-inflammatory, and I gave it to her, and just gonna have some food and some water, and hopefully she'll just shit. He said that she just probably has to take a huge fucking shit. Gabagool, man. She had too much gabagool on Christmas. All right, give me a second. I'm gonna go actually take a look at her. I want to check her. I want to make sure she's good. She's good. She's good. She's just sleeping. She is just sleeping. All right. Let's should we get this one posted up? Should we get that posted up or just move straight on to to more news? First pre-read is done, but I got to make a thumbnail. LGBT Luigi got uploaded tummy. Post and make the next. All right, yeah, let's post. Let's get that shit up. Oh. Luigi, shush. Now she hears somebody in the hallway. Now she's got energy. Now she's got energy. Thank you for the $2. Valente, become president in my life. He's yours. CIA bombs Venezuela. I got all the links, man. I got all the links. I got them all. Don't worry. Yeah, we'll go with this one. Episode 339. I don't need a map. I got a pretty good picture. I'll show you in 1 second. Here's what I got. It's definitely Venezuela, I'll tell you that much. Bomb explosion. There we go. Thank you for the $10. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Lie and tell us we're going to be okay. You know I don't lie. You know damn well that I don't lie. All right, we need Trump. Maybe these two both, huh? All right, let me. I gotta. I gotta get me in there. Too big. Too big. Too big. Too big. I'm used to hearing that. Hey-oh. All right, let's get that right there. It looks like he's pointing at me like I'm next. It looks like he's pointing at me like I'm next. This is a sick thumbnail, dude. I just made that shit so quick. Yo, I'm dumb good at this shit. I'm dumb, stupid good at this shit, bro. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? I did that shit in what, 60 seconds? Growth. CIA did what? The CIA did what? Bang. Less is more, like toilet paper. It's the CIA, though. It's the CIA. It's not CIA. It's the CIA. Agree? Oh, you're all bastards, man. But don't worry, we're making three, guys. We're making three. The CIA did what? CIA strikes again, or strikes Venezuela? CIA, or also just straight up CIA. That's gonna, that one should be one of them. And then CIA strikes again. All right. So listen, guys, if you ever want to become a content creator, this is a big, like, I show you guys this because I want you to see that it's not necessarily the hardest thing to do, and you don't really need a team, and a lot of people are going to have teams, but this is the shit you're going to have to do on your own. But I like to involve you guys with it. All right, so let's come up with a title. How about the CIA, or how about this? Trump's CIA just bombed Venezuela. The CIA just bombed land strike. Just land striked Venezuela. Please put a dot after the A? That doesn't make sense. No. The CIA just land striked Venezuela. There's a period at the end of CIA? Huh. Who knew? The CIA just land striked Venezuela. More bombs on the way. The resource wars have begun, folks. Hold on. Oh, how about this one? You better start believing in dystopian nightmares. You're in one. The Valentivad, it is definitely not made for children. There is no AI generated content. Yes, I want the video monetized. Sensitive events dealing with war, death, and tragedy in a non-exploitative way. End screen, most recent upload, and a check. Let's see. Trump bombed Venezuela! I guess it was... Okay, shit. Perfect. She's good to go. And publish. All right, let's make an advertisement for it now. We're quick with this. Quick advertisement. Hey, so Trump's CIA bombed the Venezuelan mainland. We also have 15,000 troops, 12 warships, 1 nuclear-powered submarine, and 2 B-52 strato fortresses. That's just what they're allowed to tell us, so I always assume there's a little bit more. So I told you, the invasion of Venezuela is upon us. Welcome to the fucking resource war. I got more to come, but I just made a YouTube video all about this. Go check it out. New YouTube video, new YouTube video, new YouTube video. Hey, so Trump's CIA bombed the Venezuelan mainland. We also have 15,000 troops, 12 warships, 1 nuclear-powered submarine, and 2 B-52 strato fortresses. That's just what they're allowed to tell us, so I always assume there's a little bit more. So I told you. So Trump's CIA... All right. That's uploaded on TikTok. We're going to get that uploaded on YouTube and then Instagram. Don't worry, you only missed one video. We made the video about Venezuela. We still got to make a couple more. We're going to try to condense as many of them as we can. I believe that the Venezuela shit needed its own fucking, it needed its own video. So, I wasn't on the Wi-Fi. That's why I won't upload. I wasn't on the Wi-Fi. Una mattina mi sono alzato, bello ciao, bello ciao, bello ciao, ciao, ciao. Una mattina mi sono alzato e ho trovato l'invasor, un partigiano, portami via. Bello ciao, bello ciao, bello ciao, 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 partigiano, portami via, che mi sento di morir. Yeah. Hell fucking yeah. Hell fucking yeah. How we all doing, fam? I don't know why this will not upload. It says I got 1 bar of service, which doesn't really make too much sense. Now I got 2 bars. It's stuck at 74%. Stuck at 74%. Stuck at 74%. It's unbelievable. Come on, give me 75. Come on. Hey, there it goes. There it goes. There it goes. All right, we're on TikTok. Let's get it on YouTube. YouTube uploads in the background, so I don't have to worry about that. It's the Ellisons. It's gotta be Mashad. Oh, it's gotta be Mashad. It's always fucking Mashad. Get that up. Moloch, I need blood. Turns out we're invading Venezuela because we need more sacrifices to Moloch, the great Habal demon of the sixth circle of hell. New episode of the Valenti VOD. And related video, that one. And upload. All right, what if I started a YouTube gaming channel? Would people watch? Maybe. Yeah, you got to be good at your games. But more importantly than being good at your games, you got to be fucking entertaining. You know, Tim the Tatman's dog shit at every video game he plays, but he's entertaining as fuck. So, you know, you just got to be entertaining. That goes with anything in life, really. All right, now we're uploading on Instagram, and then we're going to move on to episode 2. Moloch is a bullheaded demon? I thought Moloch was the owl. I thought Moloch was an owl. Do you still get called a paid shill all the time, man? They think I'm paid by the DNC, which makes no fucking sense because I'm a socialist and they fucking hate me at the DNC. They fucking hate us, bro. You see the way that they tried to stop Zoran from getting elected? Why the fuck would they pay me? That don't make no sense. You know? Why do I look so fucking pale? Is it because it's dark in here? Or is that only going to make it worse? I don't know. Maybe I'm just pale. Maybe I'm just pale. I'm Italian. I'm not white. I'm Italian. I'm Italian. I'm not white. Don't call me white. Don't call me white. Hey, I'm Italian and German. You know damn well those are minorities. Ooh, look at the docs. Shut the fuck up, dude. Jesus Christ. Oh. Okay. You're so fucking smart? Yeah, for a dipshit. Pretty smart for a dumb motherfucker. That's what you are. All right, guys. Now we're moving on to Israel, Ukraine, and Epstein. We're going to fit all these together. It's going to be pretty easy to do that, okay? Because Putin and Netanyahu, they both got the Epstein blackmail, and it's going to work. 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 Trust me. Trust me. All right, let me see what Malenti has. I'm pretty sure Malenti does not have the links that I have, but that's okay because I saved my links. Let's see. Let's get all these up and running for Trump and Netanyahu. What do we got from Malent? We've got an Axios article. I don't have Axios, so we'll at least just like ask Netanyahu to change policy and occupy West Bank. Well, I've got that on video, but we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. More than half a Gaza spot. Oh, yeah, I know about this one. I got that one good to go. I got that one good to go as well. Yeah, I got that one good to go as well. There's a couple of more that I got saved. Let's see. Let's find them. Let's see. Let's see.
Will not have a deal if Iran will continue with their ballistic missiles.
You've been a great friend, and I've been a great friend.
I got a lot of these good to go. We're going to watch these. I might skip because I have that one. Right? Yeah, I have that one. I think I have this one.
Don't forget, we made the plan possible by taking out Iran. And speaking of Iran, I hope they're not trying to build up again, because if they are, we're going to have no choice but very quickly to eradicate that buildup. So I hope Iran is not trying to
All right, I'll keep that one. I don't know if I have this one.
A recent poll showed that as many as half of Gazans would be willing.
I got that one too. All right. Fucking baby in the hallway, man. I hear baby in the hallway. Just get to it. I'm totally kidding. But that baby is Luigi's nemesis. So Luigi might fucking tweak out a little bit. All right. Let's get to work. Let's get to work. Let's get to work. You ready? Hey, so the president of the United States is compromised. Quite clearly, dude. He had back-to-back meetings. He had a meeting with Zelensky, and he had a phone call meeting with Putin, and then he had a meeting with Satan Yahoo. And Netanyahu does not look good. He might be on fucking Ozempic or some shit because he looks fucking sick. But Trump is a baby back bitch for Israel. They gave him this Israel Peace Prize for being just such a good boy. What else? He said he'll bomb Iran again if Israel needs it. Which is crazy because didn't you say you obliterated their nuclear program? Obliterated. That's the word you used repeatedly. Over and over and over again. Does obliterated not mean the same fucking thing to you? Because to me it means obliterated. It means it's gone. It means it's kaput. It's gone. It's donezo. It's bones. It's dust. But I've been saying even when it was fucking happening live, I was going, bullshit, bro. They got that shit out of there. You didn't destroy any nuclear material. There would have been increased radiation levels. Verbatim, there would have been increased radiation levels if you had destroyed anything any nuclear material. Are you fucking out of your mind? But we got a whole bunch of shit that we got to talk about. Zelensky is getting shellacked by Putin, and Putin is playing Trump like a fucking fiddle. Dude, Trump, remember he was like, I'm going to end that war on day one. And then he's like, give me 2 weeks. Oh, give me 2 more weeks. He's at the point now where he's asked directly, he's like, sir, do you have a new deadline for when the war is over? And he goes, I don't have a deadline. I don't have one. I'm on the side of peace. Like, he's just defeated. And also, if you know this, like, 20-point peace plan, it's literally just the end of Ukraine. It's like Zelensky must step down, and Russia gets, I think, like, what is it? 80% of the land that they have already taken through the war, which is like Luhansk, Donetsk, Zaporizhia regions, Kherson, all these places that have natural gas deposits, lithium and cobalt, the food for the war machine of the 21st century. It's a terrible, terrible deal. And it seems like all of this is because, as I said earlier, the president is compromised. Putin's got videos, Netanyahu's got videos, Mossad's got it, the FSB's got it, they all fucking got it. And we know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about, which will lead us to our third topic, which is some Epstein file updates. So before we dive in, let me just remind you that my name is Chris Valenti. This is the Valenti VOD. This is real independent media. I've never had a conversation with an advertiser, a government, or a billionaire. So if you do want to support this channel financially, it's entirely grassroots funded by you, the viewer. You could buy merch like the Democratic Socialist poster or the Duty Calls poster. I also got mugs, we got hoodies, we got shirts, we got all that jazz. You can click the thanks button down below to tip me directly. You can click the join button down below to become a member. You're gonna get access to member-only content and some really cool emojis, the fucking Luigi emojis, my dog. And then you can become a patron on Patreon. Donate $1, $5, $8. A huge shout out to anybody on Patreon who's ever donated. Other than that, please click the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell. Okay, that's free. Costs you nothing to do, helps me out. And I'm a leftist, so these algorithms don't necessarily reward me. I really gotta fight for that shit. Anyway, let's go straight in here. We're gonna start with Cuck Turd here. Shout out Cuck Turd. Shout out Cuck Turd. Shout out Cuck Turd. Let me turn up the volume. Will there be an attack in Iran if Iran will not have a deal?
If Iran will continue with their ballistic missiles.
If Iran will continue with their ballistic missiles.
And also nuclear weapons.
And also nuclear weapons. So this guy's asking, are you gonna bomb Iran again?
If they will continue with the missiles, yes. The nuclear, fast. Okay.
So it's yeah. So that means you just said yes and yes, but harder. You know what I'm saying? So we're bombing Iran again. Sir, are you gonna bomb Iran again if they do ballistic or nuclear? Yeah, we're gonna bomb them if they go ballistic, and we're gonna bomb the shit out of them if they go nuclear. Okay. All I love that. I mean, I'm just kidding. I don't love that. But I love that the guy who's like, I want a Nobel Peace Prize. I've ended 8 wars. Yo, if you're a Trump supporter, be brave. Tell me one of the 8 wars he ended. Drop it in the comments down below. You can't. I can tell you a whole bunch of wars that he did start. But I love that the guy who's like, I ended 8 wars is just starting fucking wars and potentially global thermonuclear warfare. You fucking idiot. Jesus Christ.
One will be yes, absolutely. The other was, we'll do it immediately.
Oh my God, he actually said it. And look at the little shit-eating grin on little fuckface's face here.
The other was, we'll do it immediately.
Mr. President,
Okay, don't worry. I got a lot of clips for you. I got a lot of clips for you from this meeting because it was genuinely a little bit surreal, okay? And you know what I find funny about this topic? This topic sometimes or somehow it unites the right and the left. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously there's those straight up fucking Nazi groypers who just, they don't even hate Israel. They fully support the colonialism and they fucking hate the Palestinians. They just hate Jews so much that they have like co-opted being anti-Zionist in order to like pull young men into being anti-Semitic, right? But there's a lot of people on the right wing who are like, hey, can we just make America great again? Why the fuck are we funding Israel? And then everyone on the left is like, huh. First time? You know, that's pretty much what it is. It's just, it's a uniting piece of shit. This guy's unironically fucking uniting the United States.
You've been a great friend, and I've been a great friend to you and to Israel, and it's been my honor. And the award that I was given was really surprising and very much appreciated.
Thank you for the piece of metal. I love shiny things, and thank you that you gave me the medal. I'm gonna bomb Iran!
Well, President Trump has broken so many conventions to the surprise of people, and then they figure out, oh, well, maybe, you know, he was right after all. So we decided to break a convention too, or create a new one, and that is to award the Israel Prize, which in almost our 80 years, we've never awarded it to a non-Israeli, and we're going to award.
That's fucking crazy, bro. You ain't never given that award to a single non-Israeli, and the first person you give it to is Donald J. Trump. That's going down in the history books, bro. The motherfucker fought tooth and nail for a Nobel Peace Prize. He didn't give a shit how many people he had to kill to get a Nobel Peace Prize, and he fucking murdered his way through, couldn't get it, and ended up with the Israel Prize. I mean, is that not Shakespearean as fuck? Is that not Shakespearean as fuck? It's like a Greek tragedy.
This year, to President Trump, this was announced formally over lunch by our Minister of Education, who's responsible for the Israel Prize. It's going to be awarded to President Donald J. Trump for his tremendous contributions to Israel and the Jewish people. I think it's such a fitting thing, and it would honor us, obviously, Mr. President, if you could visit Israel in that occasion on our Independence Day.
Yeah, I love how you're pretending to ask permission. He's pretending like, hey, would you mind Donald, would you mind coming to Israel for our Independence Day? When in reality, he's just saying, Donald, you're coming to Israel for our Independence Day. That's what this is, bro. You know who's got the power in this room, and it ain't fucking Donnie Diddle's kids. It's Benny Murder's kids.
But I have to say that this reflects the overwhelming sentiment of Israelis across the spectrum. They appreciate what you've done.
I believe that.
To help Israel and to help our common battle against the terrorists and those who would destroy our civilization. So, again, that's an expression of thanks and appreciation.
Thank you, baby, very much.
Thank you, baby, very much. Thank you, baby, very much. Don't worry, I got more for you.
I don't want to say that.
I guess worry. I have more.
Well, I don't want to say that, but Iran may be behaving badly. It hasn't been confirmed, but if it's confirmed, look, they know the consequences. You know, consequences will be very powerful. Maybe more powerful than the last time. Yeah.
Dude, there ain't really
And
much more powerful than the B-2 bombers. You could hit them with a Moab, or you could start doing tactical nuke strikes. Those are your options, dude. And if you hit them with a fucking Moab, you're gonna kill so many people. you're gonna kill so many fucking people. Don't even get me started on a quote-unquote tactical nuke. It's not even a real fucking thing. Tactical nuke. There's no such thing as a tactical nuke. If there was, we would have fucking used it by now. It just means a lower yield bomb. Meanwhile, our tactical nukes are still like 10 times more powerful than the bombs that hit Hiroshima and Nagasaki. You know, and that's not like a joke. That's not hyperbolic. Our tactical nukes are fucking massive, you know? So it's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's bullshit.
Last time, yeah. And Iran should have made a deal the last time. I gave them the option. I said, you can make a deal. Do it.
You did not give them the option to make a deal. They were complying with the IAEA, the International Atomic Energy Association. They were complying. They had American regulators coming in and inspecting shit, and you bombed them anyway. Which is why, and I say this all the time, they finally realized, they go, hey, why don't they bomb China and North Korea and Russia? Oh, it's because they got nuclear weapons. And they go, well, shit, maybe if I just, hey, you burn, I burn, then maybe they'll stop fucking with us. And, like, unfortunately, that is the state of the world. I advocate for denuclearization. Every fucking nation, we should be destroying our nuclear weapons. We should be just getting rid of them. You know what I mean? I'm not stupid enough to think that you could really move past the idea of warfare, but you could probably, we can get rid of the idea of annihilation. That'd be something, maybe. I don't fucking know. But until you fucking do that, until you advocate for global denuclearization, then people are going to look at getting any nuclear weapon as like like step one. This is negotiating power. This is how I get my voice heard. Because you ignore me and you ignore me until it's like, dude, it's like buying a gun. It's like buying a gun. It's like, now you're going to listen. Now you're going to listen. It's like walking into the deli with a gun. You can get whatever the fuck you want as fast as you want if you bring a gun into the deli. That's what this is, dude.
I told them, do it. And they didn't believe me. Now they believe me.
Do you have evidence that Iran is behaving badly, and what do you mean by that?
This is just what we hear.
No, it's what you heard from Bibi after your 6-hour lunch.
Usually, where there's smoke, there's fire. Have you?
You fucking just heard that from Bibi. This is what he does, bro. Somebody says some fucking dumb sentence to him, and he repeats it over and over again because he's got fucking autism.
Heard the expression?
Related to their nuclear capabilities?
Well, no, I'm hearing that they're not nuclear yet, but maybe nuclear too.
You said you obliterated it!
Sites were obliterated, but they're looking at other sites.
What do you mean? Dude, oh my God, he said he obliterated their nuclear program, and I was going, we obliterated their launch sites. That's it. Nobody asked anything about that. And they're like, wait, sir, are there more launch sites? He's like, I don't know. I'm just a whittle guy. I don't know. Fucking dumb piece of shit.
That's what I've heard. They're looking. So it'll take a long time. They're not going to go back to where they were, but they have other places they can go. And if they're doing that, they're making a big mistake. Yeah, please. There's no reason for them to do it.
What do you mean there's no reason for them to make a nuclear weapon? You keep on bombing them. And you don't bomb nuclear-powered nations. You don't bomb China. You don't bomb North Korea. You don't bomb Russia. We're not all fucking stupid, bro. We can read the room. We can go, oh, okay, you just don't fuck with nations who have nukes. Pretty simple. So I guess I'll get a nuke, and then you won't fuck with me. Like, bro, it's fucking simple shit. It's simple fucking shit. Okay, so background. There was an alleged, we don't know if it's real or not, but an alleged assassination attempt on Putin, right? So like a drone strike on the Winter Palace where he fucking lives. And now he's getting asked about that. Putin lived.
See you later.
The alleged strike on Putin's residence could scuttle the peace.
Yeah, I don't like it. It's not good. I heard about it this morning.
Dude, imagine. It's 1940, what was it, 4? Operation Valkyrie. What was his name? Klaus von something, Schonenberg or some shit? Stauffenberg. He tried to kill Adolf Hitler. He got damn close. They got a bomb in a suitcase. They put it next to him. Somebody moved the suitcase. Hitler was blown to shit, but he fucking lived, right? Imagine they ask FDR, they go, what do you think about the assassination attempt on Hitler that failed? And he goes, I don't like it. I really don't like it. You know, that's just going to make things worse. Are you out of your fucking mind, dude?
You know who told me about it? President Putin told me about it. Early in the morning, he said he was attacked. That's no good. It's no good.
It's no good. It's no good.
Don't forget, you know, the Tomahawks. I stopped the Tomahawks. I didn't want that.
He's talking about the sale of Tomahawk missiles to Ukraine that would have been able to strike inside of Russia and take out their military expos and shit like that. Their forward operating bases.
Because we're talking about, you know, it's a delicate period of time. This is not the right time. It's one thing to be offensive.
Luigi.
Because they're offensive. It's another thing to attack his house. It's not the right time to do any of that. And
wait. It's not the right time? Are you saying you want to assassinate Vladimir Putin, but it's just not the right time? Thanks for the $5. Is that what you just said? Are you? Oh my God, dude, he's so stupid. He's got so much dementia.
can do it. And I learned about it from President Putin today. I was very angry about it. What? Well, it came out. Well, we'll find out. I mean, you're saying maybe the attack didn't take place. It's possible too, I guess. But
dude, this guy doesn't know shit about fuck.
President Putin told me this morning it did.
Dude, guy doesn't know shit about fuck and he trusts Vladimir Putin. We're cooked.
We're helping the people of Gaza.
By building Trump Gaza Tower, we're going to have casinos. We're going to push all the Gazans into concentration camps, and we're going to build a Nino.
A lot. So
Trump Gaza, #1. Peace and love for everyone.
It was Israel, by the way. So we'll see what happens.
Hold
but
on.
I saw that.
I'm going to let this play while I go get Luigi.
But we're helping the people of Gaza a lot. So is Israel, by the way. So we'll see what happens. But I saw that opportunity presents itself. But we're helping the people of Gaza a lot. So is Israel, by the way. So we'll see what happens. But I saw that opportunity presents itself. But we're helping the people of Gaza a lot. So is Israel, by the way. So we'll see what happens. But I saw that opportunity presents itself. But we're helping the people of Gaza a lot. So is Israel, by the way. So we'll see what happens. But I saw that opportunity presents itself. But we're helping the people of Gaza a lot. So is Israel, by the way. So we'll see what happens. But I saw that opportunity presents itself. But
oh, I got here right before it repeated. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, guys. I had to get Luigi. She was crying. I had to move her. If you're Luigi's a little bit sick. She's a little bit sick.
We're a lot. So is Israel.
So I love how he's pretending like Israel is helping the Gazans. Meanwhile, like Israel's just straight up murdering 30,000 of them. Straight up fucking 30,000. Or sorry, 30,000 children. I think it's like 400,000 people. Killed 30,000 children, about 400,000 people. Anyway. What else do I got for you? Oh, yeah, and then we got him. He's asked about this. Hold on. He says he'll attack Iran if asked.
Will you support an attack, Israeli attack on Iran if Iran will not have a deal? If Iran will continue with their ballistic missiles and also nuclear...
Oh, we just listened to that one. All right, so now I just got a couple of... Which one is this? We already... Oh, this is about the Gazan people moving away. Listen to this.
A recent poll showed that as half of Gazans would be willing to leave the Gaza Strip if afforded the opportunity to do so. Back in February, you said that all Gazans should be resettled.
I heard that number today. Half of Gaza would leave.
I don't trust that number whatsoever, bro. You're talking about a very, very brave people that are deeply connected to their ancestral homeland. And you want me to believe that half of them, after all this, are willing to just pack up shop and go somewhere the fuck else? I don't believe that shit for a second. Matt, don't demand me to click links.
I've always said it. I said if they were given the opportunity to live in a better climate, they would move. They're there because they sort of have to be. I think it would be a great opportunity, but let's see if that opportunity presents itself. But we're helping the people of Gaza a lot. So is Israel, by the way.
Such fucking bullshit, dude. It's such fucking bullshit. It's such bullshit, and they're pissing on our face, and they're telling us it's straight up pissing. Which one is this?
Don't forget, we made the plan possible by taking out Iran.
You didn't take out Iran.
And speaking of Iran, I hope they're not trying to build up again, because if they are, we're going to have no choice but very quickly to eradicate that buildup. So I hope Iran is not trying to build up, as I've been reading that they're building up weapons and other things. And if they are, they're not. They're not using the sites that we obliterated, but
yeah, bullshit. You know what would be the funniest shit of all time? If Iran straight up started launching rockets out of Natanz, and I forgot where the other one was, but like the places that we quote unquote obliterated, that'd be the funniest shit ever.
they're using possibly different sites. We know exactly where they're going. What?
Bullshit. You don't know shit, do you? You don't know fucking shit. Maybe he does, but you don't know shit.
They're doing, and I hope they're not doing it because we don't want to waste the fuel on a B-2. It's a 37-hour trip.
That's why you don't want to bomb Iran, is because it would be a waste of fuel, not because of the geopolitical implications of something like that, not because of the oil flow. I don't want to waste the fuel. How low on oil are we? Wait, wait, Donald. Wait, how low on oil are we? Are you that fucking afraid of wasting it? Oh, we're fucked.
Both ways. I don't want to waste a lot of fuel.
Unfucking believable. All right. And then I don't have Axios, so we can't read the whole article, but I can read you the headline here. Trump top aides asked Netanyahu to change policy in occupied West Bank. It seems like Netanyahu is asking American permission to fully annex the entire West Bank and to spread their settler colonialists. President Trump and his top advisors asked PM Benjamin Netanyahu to change Israel's policies in the occupied West Bank. Oh, never mind. It was the other way around. That's never going to happen. Israel is completely addicted to the whole Greater Israel project. They're going to keep that shit going. They want to take over Jordan and Syria and Iraq and Afghanistan. They want to take over all of it. All right, so we're going to move on to some Russia and Ukraine news. If you don't know, Trump is being played like a fucking fiddle by Vladimir Putin. And let me get these 6 links queued up for you. Check it out. So Russia says Ukraine tried to attack Putin's residence, but Kyiv says Moscow is lying. Now, I am always going to believe Ukraine over Russia. I don't believe this motherfucker for a second. He's a snake. Moscow, December 29th, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said on Monday that Ukraine had tried to attack President Vladimir Putin's residence in northern Russia, and so Moscow's negotiating position would be reviewed. But Ukraine said it was a lie. Russia said Ukraine attacked the presidential residence in the Novgorod region overnight with 91 long-range drones. Fuck, I mean, I wish it's real. I hope it's real. Which were all destroyed by the Russian air defenses. No one was injured and there was no damage. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said the accusation was a lie, adding that Moscow was preparing the ground to strike government buildings in Kyiv. He said the Russian claim was an attempt to undermine peace talks. I believe that. I mean, like, it could just be a false flag operation. Yeah, there's no video evidence of this bullshit. And also, this seems like the type of thing. That the Ukrainians would flex about. Now, obviously, we already watched this clip. This is Trump saying that they attacked Putin's residence. He doesn't like it.
We're gonna have peace. Have a beautiful
Mr. President, are you worried that the alleged strike on Putin's residence could scuttle the peace discussions?
Yeah, I don't like it. It's not good.
Yeah, we already saw that. We already watched that clip. I got a couple Adam Kinzinger clips for you. Friend of the show, Adam Kinzinger. He's a veteran of the United States, former Republican congressman, keyword former. He fucking hates Donald Trump, and he pretty much was exiled by the Republican Party because of that.
So let's talk about Donald Trump's dumb thing of the day. So he actually ends up giving a statement or news conference or something where he said, I found out from Vladimir Putin that Ukraine tried to kill him with 91 drones, and I'm disappointed. I told Vladimir Putin, basically, they can't do that. I'm mad at naughty Ukraine. Okay, a couple of things. Ukraine's sitting here saying, by the way, we didn't try to kill Putin. There's a whole bunch of other targets that they can hit. I believe Ukraine.
So do
but
I.
Secondarily, when this war kicked off in 2022, the full-scale invasion, Russia had actually snuck teams into Kyiv to try to kill Zelensky. And in fact, they've tried to kill Zelensky every day of this war for 4 years.
True.
Only a few weeks ago, there were drones headed to Zelensky's plane that thankfully did not hit their target. Like, for Donald Trump to pretend like, or to even, let's say, even believe Vladimir Putin that Ukraine tried to kill him and this is so awful, is just incredible. This is the same president, by the way, who yesterday said that Putin actually really wants Ukraine to succeed. Oh,
yeah.
Screw off.
He just said the same thing about Israel. Israel wants the Gazans to succeed. Like, this guy is so fucking stupid. He can be played so easily.
Like, this president, Donald Trump, this has been a year of him having his chain yanked.
Yup, he's a
By
dog.
Vladimir Putin, leading him wherever. Donald Trump, every time he keeps saying we're right on the edge of peace, and then Vladimir Putin laughs in his face, and Donald Trump gets on his knees and once again begs Vladimir Putin.
You know we're fucked when we're hearing this from the mouth of a Republican, bro. Adam is not a leftist, bro. He's a Republican, and everybody who has a fucking brain is going, this guy's a dog. He's being walked like a dog.
To make him look good. We rolled out the red carpet for Putin. We brought him to Alaska. They are in league together to sell out Ukraine. But to watch the most powerful man in the world, the head of the most powerful country in the world, one I fought 22 years to defend, and 12 years in Congress, to watch him absolutely bow down in front of the guy that is the president of the most failing country in the world right now, that can't even invade Ukraine. It's lost 1 million some men and only occupied 20% of a country that everybody thought would be done in 3 days. To watch the president of the United States bow down in front of him is disgusting as an American. And it should be embarrassing to every American that Donald Trump is the president. Oh, I get it. He hates the people you hate. You hate the left, so does Donald Trump. That's awesome. Well, on the world stage, we look like fools. And there is nobody that fears us on the world stage.
Yep.
Unbelievable. Stupidest man to ever occupy the White
Dude,
House.
he's tight. He's fucking tight, bro. He's pissed. We got another one from him. We got one more.
Hey guys, let's state the obvious here, but it's sometimes something that we forget because it's so basic. So I'll just talk about a ceasefire, which we all want under the right terms in Ukraine. Let's keep in mind something. If Ukraine ceases firing,
they die.
Ukraine will cease to exist.
Yup.
If Russia ceases firing...
He's not going to say it, but the same goes to Hamas. They keep on saying that Hamas needs to disarm and then Israel will take care of the rest. As soon as Hamas lays down those AK-47s, bro, they're fucking dead. And it's not just about Hamas, it's about the Palestinian people. I understand that like Hamas has done plenty of fucked up shit, but there ain't nobody else who is standing up to the Israelis, right? So it's the same fucking thing. It goes both ways.
The war will cease existing. It's very clear. Ukraine wants this over, but they want to keep their country. That sounds fair to me. Russia, on the other hand, has sent 1 million men to their death or injury. So I think we should have a ceasefire, but it should be when Russia makes the decision to stop the war, because that is not a decision Ukraine can make.
Dude, it's like asking Poland to stop getting invaded. You know? What do you think the Polish resistance had to fight? They had to fight. What do you think if they laid down their arms, the Germans would have been like, good job, you get to live now, good boy. No, they would have fucking bodied them. This is on the Hill. Trump betrays America's values, siding with the Russian aggressor over Ukraine. Over the weekend, the immediate and long-term future of Ukraine was the subject of hours-long conversations between President Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. They spoke in person at Mar-a-Lago, and Trump spoke to Russian President Vladimir Putin before and after the Trump-Zelensky meeting. He literally had to report to Daddy. What do you need me to say? And then has a meeting. Here's what I said. It's so fucking pathetic, dude. Oh, it's so fucking gross. The U.S. offers Ukraine a 15-year security guarantee for now, Zelensky says. Kyiv, Ukraine. The United States is offering Ukraine security guarantees for a period of 15 years as part of a proposed peace plan. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said Monday, though he said he would prefer an American commitment of up to 50 years to deter Russia from future attempts to seize its neighbor's land by force. This doesn't mean shit, dude. Putin's never going to accept any sort of, like, dude, Putin he goes with the long game. It's a slow drip invasion. If you cede any land to Putin, he's going to build up, use that as a forward operating base, and springboard his shit into the second invasion of Ukraine. Or actually the third, if you include Crimea. Now, again, I started off by telling you that all of this has to do with the fact that the President of the United States is compromised, which he is. And he is compromised through the Epstein files. As we all know, Jeffrey Epstein was a Mossad agent. He wasn't just a Mossad agent. He was just in the business of blackmail. He would gather intelligence for Mossad, for the CIA, for the FSB, any sort of intelligence organization that wanted to gather blackmail on different world leaders, he would do it for them. So we have a little bit of the Jeffrey Epstein updates right now. This is from the New York Times. Here's what to know about the latest release of the documents from the Epstein files. This is from the 23rd. The latest batch related to the investigators convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein disclosed hundreds of references to President Trump and contained 2 subpoenas sent to Mar-a-Lago and Trump's residence in Florida, where he once said Mr. Epstein hired away an employee. The new documents, nearly 30,000 in all, also include different versions of Mr. Epstein's will, blacked out pages of tax returns for Ghislaine Maxwell, a confidant. She was also a fucking sex trafficker. Okay, convicted of sex trafficking, thank you. And internal communications from the Manhattan jail where Mr. Epstein died. The partly redacted subpoenas sought employment records as part of the federal criminal case against Miss Maxwell. Oh, some of the files addressed Mr. Trump's relationship with Mr. Epstein. A man asking for new inappropriate friends appears to be former Prince Andrew. That's disgusting. A cast of Wall Street executives served as executors of Epstein's estate. Okay, that's a crazy word to use, bro. That is a crazy fucking word to use. Good Lord. Federal agents tried to contact co-conspirators. We saw this. There was a whole bunch of co-conspirators that, like, we don't get to know. Like, you know, like they redacted shit? They were supposed to redact the names of the victims, but they redacted the names of the billionaires instead. It's so fucking crazy. It's so blatant in your face. Trump regime officials deflected attention from the president's appearance in the latest batch of documents. So, Trump calls for the release of any Epstein files naming Democrats. Embarrass them. Do we have a quote from that? Trump addressed the discovery on Truth Social. Oh, I saw this. Okay, he goes, now 1 million more pages on Epstein are found. DOJ is being forced to spend all of its time on this Democrat-inspired hoax. When do they say no more and work on election fraud? He accuses the ones who worked with Epstein, release all of their names, embarrass them, and get back to helping our country. Dude, this is the state that we've gotten to. Thank you for the $5. He had bulldozers. Zelensky couldn't hit it first. 30-plus air defense around the home. Yeah, Putin's a fucking pussy, bro. But I'll look that up later. But what we do have here is Trump hitting all the notes in one go. He goes, there's 1 million more pages of the Epstein files. It's a hoax, which means that it's not real. And then says they are real, release all of their names, embarrass them, and get back to helping the country. This is why we say that MAGA is a cult. It's because they don't actually, like, none of their points make any fucking sense. This is the whole post here. Release all of their names, embarrass them, and get back to helping the country. The radical left doesn't want people to talk about Trump and Republican success. Only a long ago dead Jeffrey Epstein. Just another witch hunt. Dude, him stressing the fact that Epstein is dead makes me think that he's not even fucking dead. So yeah, it's a witch hunt, but it's real. So you should release all their names and embarrass them. So that just makes no fucking sense. Don's best friend, how Epstein. Oh yeah, well, all right, we already all fucking know that Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein were best fucking friends. I don't even think that this is necessary. Dude, Jeff, you are the greatest. October of '97. That's when I was born. Shit. Major release of the Epstein documents contain mentions of Trump and Mar-a-Lago subpoenas. We already went through that. Oh, this one's big. So the journalist who broke open the Jeffrey Epstein crimes demands to know why the Justice Department tracked her travel. So get this, dude. In the Epstein, back in the day, I think it was like, what, 2014 or some shit, when the whole Epstein story started to come out, there was one journalist who was really leading the charge on this. What the fuck is her name? Julie K. Brown for the Miami Herald. She was leading the charge, disclosing all the documents. In the Epstein files is like her flight records. Like, they were tracking her. Now, that only began when Trump was the president, so it seems like Trump was tracking her to make sure that she didn't come up with any more fucking dirt. It's insane. What did she post? Here it is. She goes, does somebody at the DOJ want to tell me why my American Airlines booking information and flights in July of 2019 are part of the Epstein files attached to a grand jury subpoena, as the flight itinerary includes my maiden name and I did book this flight? Why was the DOJ monitoring me? This is in 2019, okay? So Trump is the president. Epstein is already fucking dead, I believe, at this point. They were tracking her. Donald Trump ordered her to be tracked. Probably so that if she did come up with any more dirt, they could just whack her. It's fucking insane. And then we got this Epstein and Leviathan, how the financier opened doors to Netanyahu and Ehud Barak amid Israel's offshore gas fight. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu announced a $35 billion deal to sell natural gas to Egypt. And on this day, Netanyahu wrote in a statement, we've brought another jug of oil to the nation of Israel, but this time the flame will burn bright not just for 8 days, but for decades to come. Epstein's role in Israel's gas politics contradicts the image advanced in a recent New York Times profile of Epstein as a confidence man who was viewed with skepticism by financial and political elites. In fact, Epstein advised financial giant J.P. Morgan Chase Bank on several global energy and logistics deals. Like, in these Epstein files, he's ruling the world. I'm not even kidding. It looks like he's ruling the world. He's orchestrating peace negotiations for wars. He's negotiating oil deals for Qatar. Like, it's the craziest fucking shit you'll ever see. What else? He arranged a meeting between JP Morgan executives and the then president of Senegal. Oh my God. Oh, the son of the president of Senegal. Hacked emails from Ehud Barak, the former prime minister of Israel, reveal that Epstein shared a critical interest with the JP Morgan executives in the early 2010. Development of Israel's offshore gas fields. Private emails from Barak's Gmail account show that the former Israeli prime minister was courting foreign investors for the Leviathan gas field, while Epstein provided close guidance behind the scenes. Dude, Jeffrey Epstein was just like a secret prime minister of Israel. He was literally just like a secret prime minister of Israel. Holy fucking shit, dude. Sorry. All right. This is insane. We got some emails here. From Jeffrey Epstein to Jess Stanley. So that's the head of JP Morgan Chase. He says, surprise, surprise. Oh, so she goes, so JP Morgan Chase goes, against all odds, we have been granted a meeting with Prime Minister Netanyahu. And then Jeffrey Epstein goes, surprise, surprise. Bro, this guy was ruling the world. This guy was ruling the world through blackmail. I wonder what dirt he had on Netanyahu. I guarantee you he also had dirt on Netanyahu. We got more emails here. Okay, so Jeffrey Epstein writes, Supreme Court President Asher Gruen has said on Thursday that he is inclined to issue an injunction banning natural gas exports until the court ruled on the matter. I'm not sure an American energy company will do well in Israel. And then Ehud Barak says to him, you are probably right, but I would like to check it somehow. Dude, this shit is so fucking crazy. All right, so an email from Ehud Barak, former Prime Minister of Israel. Jeff, hi. I've met with Dershowitz. Dershowitz is Trump's lawyer. I've met with Dershowitz and wife at the MDA event. The event went quite well. We are on our way to New York and then Vancouver. Thanks for the time and energy you invest in supporting my efforts to bring home more bread. These exchanges are highly valuable to me. I will contact David R. and set up a meeting with him. I'll try to focus beyond CyberSec and Vic, Arizona, Monday, and KAZ. Monday. Should I send Terja my transfer info or wait for him to approach me? Youngster, he's in Skype. His email appears on the top of the left page. I'll give you his name. His Skype is Erden. Let me know if you talk to him and your impression. In the meantime, enjoy the island. Best, Ehud Barak. Oh my God. What is this? This is a email between Ehud Barak and Jeffrey Epstein, and Leviathan, talking about oil flow. Hi, Jeff. Thanks again. Can I call you in 20 minutes? Ehud Barak. From Jeffrey Epstein to Ehud Barak. This is total 100% bullshit. I told you on the phone before sending or asking anyone about that you should do your own homework. You cannot be seen by selling garbage frauds, bad things, or trouble. This is a total waste of your time. Call me when you wake. Dude, Look at how this motherfucker is talking to the Prime Minister of Israel. He even has the power over him. He has to have had blackmail on him too. Holy fucking shit. Holy shit. Sorry for disturbing you over the weekend with this proposal in vain. Best, Ehud Barak. Holy fuck, what a good boy. He's apologizing. All right. That's all I got for you for this video because we're getting close to 40 minutes. But, like, guys, the President of the United States is compromised by Jeffrey Epstein. And I don't even believe that motherfucker's dead. But Jeffrey Epstein gave that information to Putin and Netanyahu, and now they're just yanking him back and forth. You know, Adam Kinzinger said it best, like a fucking dog on a chain. They're just yanking his fucking chain left and right. Fucking crazy. All right, anyway, I'm out of here. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It costs you nothing, helps me immensely. If you're here live, stay. We have to make a thumbnail. If you're watching this pre-recorded, click that video right over there. It's a banger, and I know bangers. All right. All right. All right. Let's get that uploaded, yeah? Let's get that uploaded, yeah? Y'all dig that one? Y'all dig it? So what's the thumbnail going to be for this? How about Putin, Netanyahu, and Trump? And Trump looks like a little baby back bitch. Smiling Putin. This one. That's a good one. What happened with Luigi? She's just a little sick. There's nothing really wrong with her. I spent like $600 on an x-ray for them to tell me that there's really nothing wrong with her. She just has to take a shit. She was inflamed. They gave me an anti-inflammatory. She's just swollen, I think. All right. Episode 340, we got Putin. I gotta have smiling Netanyahu. Sad Trump. How about that one? Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. I appreciate that. All right, let's get these uploaded. You streaming Zoran's inauguration? I should be. When is that again? Does anybody know what day that is? Membership is $5. All right. Let's get a bella ciao. A quickie bella ciao. Una mattina mi sono alzato, un bello ciao, bello ciao, bello ciao, ciao, ciao. Una mattina mi sono alzato e ho trovato l'invasor. Oh partigiano, portami via. Un bello ciao, bello ciao, bello ciao, ciao, ciao. Partigiano, portami via, che mi sento di morire. Fuck yeah, we love Bella Ciao. We love a little Bella Ciao because we gotta fight back against the fish. You gotta fight a fish. You gotta bash a fish. You gotta bash a fish. All right, what's this gonna say? We're gonna say, we are so cooked. All right, we got we are so cooked. The Three Stooges. The blackmailed president. All right. The president, sorry, Trump gets walked like a dog by Putin and Zelensky. Or sorry, by Putin and Netanyahu. Trump gets walked like a dog by Putin and Netanyahu. Our president is compromised. Russia is playing Trump like a fiddle. Israel owns him. Epstein did the work for them. There we go. Yes, I want this monetized. Sensitive events. Most recent upload. Compromised. Quite clearly, dude, he had back-to-back meetings. Compromised. Quite clearly. All right, that's gonna need a little tweak. Let's get that tweak. Someone said, I love Trump. Yeah, I bet you like Dick, too. Got him. All right. Ain't nothing wrong with liking Dick, by the way. You could like Dick. Dick is great. Compromised. Quite clearly. Dude, he had back-to-back meetings. He had a meeting with Zelensky, and he had a meeting. Compromised. Quite clearly. There we go. Yeah, dude, he had back-to-back meetings. That's good to go. North Korea just released a statement. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what North Korea has to say. I'm being so dead ass. All right, let me make an advertisement. Okay. Hey, so the president of the United States is compromised. He's just bending the knee to Vladimir Putin. He's honestly like a dog with a chain, just getting yanked around left and right. He's also just like a baby back bitch to Israel. He said that he'll do whatever Israel wants. You want us to bomb Iran again? I'll bomb Iran again. He was asked about, like, when it comes to Ukraine, he was like, oh, I don't have a deadline for a peace deal. I don't know. It's not up to me. And then there was this bullshit about an alleged assassination attempt on Putin. Didn't fucking happen. The Ukrainians said that they didn't do it. The Russians conveniently are like, now we can't have peace negotiations because they tried to kill Putin. The Ukrainians like, we didn't fucking try to kill Putin. But Trump bought that shit hook, line, and sinker. He's like, I don't, it's terrible. You shouldn't be doing that. No, you're doing such a bad job. You're escalating. No. And Trump is falling for it. What else? New Epstein files are being released. Ehud Barak, former prime minister of Israel, was literally just being fucking blackmailed by Epstein. Those motherfuckers were thick as thieves. But it seems like Ehud Barak was very, very afraid of Epstein. Rightfully, I guess the guy was gathering blackmail. Anyway, I got a whole new YouTube video on all of this. If you disagree with me, you're wrong and stupid. Go check it out. New YouTube video. The president is compromised. New YouTube video. There's that baby again in the hallway. What flavor of beans is beans? He's a black beans. What is that? What is a black bean? Is it just called a black bean? There's no shot a black bean. It's just called a black bean. Have you seen me advertising your video? I have. I mean, yeah, no, I'm happy. I have no plans to commit suicide, brother. Anything ever happened to me like that, it was fucking Israel. Let's get it up on YouTube. Thank you for the $5. Let's get that on YouTube. Valenti was right about everything. Bro, it's just leftists. Leftists were always right. They were always right. I'm just a loud leftist. That's all I am. I'm just a loud motherfucking leftist. New episode of the Valenti VOD. Related video. That one, upload. Good. Let's get it on Instagram. Bang. All right. I honestly thought I was a centrist until I got along with your views. Centrists are long gone, bro. You could have been a centrist 25 years ago when we were arguing policy, but now the right wing is like, hey, we love Hitler and we want concentration camps. And the left wing is like, we want universal health care and we don't want you to be Hitler and to make concentration camps. And the centrists are like, how do I pick a side? Like, it makes no fucking sense. Like, centrists don't exist anymore. They used to, but not anymore. We're more cooked than a Moloch child sacrifice. You think they're cooking them? Are you out of your fucking mind? You gotta get it raw. I bet they eat them too. I bet that's the part of the Epstein files that they don't want us to see. They're like, let them see the pedophilia and shit, let them see the sex trafficking, but never let them find out that we ate those kids too. Prove me wrong. Thank you for the $2. Prove me wrong. There we go. Advertisement is uploaded to all channels. I'm good to go. All right, gang. I gotta go. I'm gonna play some games. I gotta go. I got laser tag tonight. Very excited about that. I gotta stretch. I gotta gear up for combat. I'm out of here. Later. GG's, everyone. GG's. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all right? Later.